A standing ovation for Ricky Gervais. What a superstar. Let's go out with a bang. Let's have a laugh at your expense. Remember, they're just jokes. We're all gonna die soon and there's no sequel. So remember that. Apple roared into the TV game with The Morning Star. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. Well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for in China, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So if you win, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent, thank your God, and fuck off. Okay, it's already 3 hours long. So with those fabulous fighting words, Ricky Gervais opened the Golden Globe Awards to a shocked audience of celebrities who are guilty of all the sins he has thrown at them. But guess what? They kept turning up to the dais with their same old virtue signalling speeches, the same platitudes, the same cliches. They haven't learnt a damn thing. But they had to at least bite their tongues while Ricky was on stage. So Ricky, you made them squirm. That was at least something, because I've had a gutful of Hollywood elites. The hypocrisy, the excesses, I have no time for these people. They are on another planet, and I think that their planet is shrinking. Michelle Williams on Sunday at the Golden Globes praised abortion and confessed that her own successful acting career is a direct result of her having aborted her own child or children. It is a testament to the immutability of abortion politics that it has come to this point, where once it was desired that abortion should be safe, legal and rare. We now have an A-list movie stars cheering as an actress happily admits that her acting roles come at the expense of her child's life. Of course, The Guardian is totally enthusiastic about Michelle. In the most acute and pointed speech of the evening, she appealed to women to vote in the forthcoming presidential election in their own self-interest. They want all the trappings of celebrity, but they also want to be seen as virtuous. So, doesn't matter if it's totally hypocritical, that's fine. But the point is, they are creatures basically honed by peer pressure. It's the same as a corporate environment where they must conform to what the orthodoxy is. And it is a very left-wing, virtue-seeking, woke orthodoxy in Hollywood right now. And it doesn't ring true with the rest of America or the West in general. And I think that they're more and more alienating themselves from the general public. The scripting is becoming way too woke for most people. I cringe half the time when I'm watching TV these days. Sometimes I have to switch off shows because they just shoving it down your throat. And it used to be about art. It used to be about people's emotions. Now it seems to be more about politics. And this is the way it's going. Is it any wonder that the Golden Globes ratings have tanked this year? They're continually dropping. And the controversy for this year might help next year's ratings, but you watch, it'll drop the year after. They won't be able to get a Ricky Gervais every year. I mean, I'm so grateful to him for finally putting these guys to the blowtorch. And boy, do they deserve it. I'm sick to death of... We found all the scandals have come out, you know, the Weinstein stuff. I mean, it's so obvious what's going on. The Epstein stuff. It stinks to high heaven. It is a corrupt and morals-free zone, Hollywood, and it is going to go down. And it's just a matter of time. What really did upset me, though, was Joaquin Phoenix, who I think is a great actor and did a fantastic job with Joker. And actually, the message of Joker was quite good. It was, you know, I thought that it had that message of alienation and what have you, and that's what a lot of people on on the conservative side of the political spectrum have been feeling for a while from this woke tirade. But unfortunately, Joaquin Felix also is virtue signalling with the vegan thing. He has forced the Golden Globes catering to basically have a full vegan menu, and this is what vegans do. They are very pushy people. They basically are forcing their agenda on other people. I've no problem with veganism as such, but don't use it as a political weapon. All these things are weaponized. That's the thing. It's like the feminists weaponize the sexual tension between males and females, and it's veganism is weaponizing on a food level. As I say, I like lots of greens and stuff. I'm an omnivore and I don't eat that much meat compared to what I used to. But I don't want to be preached to about my food. I make a personal choice about it. But this is a typical example of forcing everybody to conform to the vegan way, because it's a virtual signalling weapon they're using. And I don't like that. I think I'm a libertarian, so I believe that people should have their own choices in life. And veganism is fine by me. You know, if you've got some crazy dietary thing you want to follow, even if it's going to harm you, if it's only yourself, I don't mind. If it's going to harm kids and what have you that you've got, well, they'll draw the line again. But, you know, it's that when it's used to actually enforce a doctrine on other people. This is what the vegans did in Australia. They actually went to farms in Queensland and actually disrupted the production of the farm. And that's what's happening. It's becoming weaponized, and that's what's got to be stopped. That is just terrorism. And it's food terrorism. We've had plenty of other terrorism in the world, but this is a new form of it. So just stop it all. I mean, like I say, allow people to choose their own lifestyles, that's fine, but don't impeach upon other people. It's a pretty basic doctrine you should follow in life so that we can all live side by side. But the world's becoming much more divisive. And like I say, hats off to you, Ricky. You have stood up. You've done exactly what you should do. You've stuck to your guns, and you're not going to apologise. If you do, you've totally lost me, because you are one. Comedians need, of all people, comedians need to stand up to this stuff, because it is destroying your own industry. If you can't allow humour, well, what have you got? You remember, this is the same. Humour was used in the Soviet Union as a way of making political statements, because it was so absurd the life they were living there. We're in a sort of a woke clown world in the Soviet Union. They were in a communist clown world. So, you know, it's a very good way of coping, and that's why memes have been such a big political influence. So go for it, Ricky. Stick to your guns. There will be other people who will follow you. And I've got to say that Sacha Baron Cohen, very disappointed in you. You have really sold out, buddy. You're pathetic. So, Ricky, thumbs up to you. And Sacha, go, you know yourself. That's my last message, because the more comedians that stand up against this crap, the better the world will be, and we can all have a good laugh. And God, don't we need that, especially in Australia right now. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.